from fact. The world for the last 5 years, on the right in particular, has been a reality show that, of course, the tragedy was that it's actually all of our reality. And I think what we're seeing is not a 5-year drama, but more like a 60 or 70-year drama that many folks on the right, and these are the people who probably would not have signed up with Donald Trump on the day of the escalator, but who made their peace and are now very much with him. You have a sense, and you see it, you were talking about with the chairman, you see the sense of grievance, of victimhood, that on the right, they believe that the culture, politics, the economy, everything's arrayed against them. And so the drama is, the motivating story is to take America back. Well, that presupposes, right, that it has been taken away from them. And so one of the things that has fascinated me now for 5 years is why have so many seemingly rational folks stepped into a wilderness of mirrors, to borrow a phrase from the Cold War, stepped into, as Giuliani promulgated, the big lie of the stolen election, stepped into a universe that's dissociated from the self-evident reality around us. And you can disagree with what the left wants to do. You can disagree with what the Democratic Party wants to do. That's fine. That's America. But it's not true that there is a parallel dissociation on the left. This is an ambient reality on the right. And my sense is this goes back really to the end of World War II. You have a sense, a lot of conservatives believe that FDR stabbed us in the back at Yalta, that he sold out to Stalin. You have, from Eisenhower through George W. Bush, you had a series of Republican presidents who ran talking one way, but then ultimately governed more or less from the center right. And so the Warren Court, the Brown versus Board education, the Miranda decision, the school prayer decision in the 50s and early 60s, that was a court whose Chief Justice was appointed by the first Republican president in 20 years, Eisenhower. Richard Nixon ran one way, right? And yet creates the EPA, proposes a guaranteed income, proposes a healthcare plan to the left of where Obama was, and goes to China. And then President Reagan, whom you've been talking about, federal spending rose under Ronald Reagan. So did deficits. He never made a serious effort to pass a pro-life amendment to the Constitution, to pass a school prayer amendment to the Constitution. And if you ask George W. Bush, he would tell you that there's a line between TARP, the bailing out of Wall Street in 2008, and Trump. And so I just want to take a step back and look at why is it that so many folks who would have been Reagan, Romney, McCain, Republicans, why have they taken this turn into disinformation? And I think part of it is they feel that even the establishment at some level did not deliver for them. And we got to fix that.